Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to the Juice Baseball channel, and welcome back to another episode of the Kansas City Royals rebuild here on MLB The Show 23. And we've got maybe the most important episode outside of a postseason episode in series history. Because if we take a look at the standings right now, we currently sit 3 games up on the Cleveland Guardians for first place in the AL Central with basically 1 month remaining. And we only play the Cleveland Guardians one final time, which is the first series in September. Right here. It's the final game of August, and then the first 2 games in September, we play the Guardians. We don't play them anymore the rest of the month. This is the final time we play them. So we have to hopefully sweep them to get a 6-game lead, and then we have to beg and hope and pray for the fact that we get good simulation odds and beat the Mariners, the Rockies, the Angels, the White Sox, Yankees, Pirates, Twins, beat all of those teams, or at least the majority of those teams, and hope the Guardians can't keep up with us to hold on to this division. Both of us are most likely making the postseason this year, like we did last year. But I want to be on top like we were last year. We won the division last season by beating the Guardians barely, and then we had to go and play them in the ALDS. Luckily, we won that as well, en route to our first World Championship since 2015. But I don't want to play the Guardians again after the regular season's over, so I would rather them lose in the wild card round and us be the division champs. We got to play good. We got to play good. Last episode, we had a little bit of a problem, though. We suffered a few injuries towards the end of the simulation. Luckily, they were only like day-to-day or a week out. Yuri Perez is the only one that's still injured. I think it was Vinny Pasquantino got hurt for a couple games. I think Eric Morales was hurt for there a little bit at the end. Ellie might have gotten hurt. I don't know if Ellie got hurt or not. There was a couple guys that did get hurt. I know that... Who was it? Was it Freddie Peralta that got injured? I don't remember. There wasn't a pitcher that got hurt other than Yuri Perez, but we had some injuries last episode. Luckily, everybody's healthy except for Perez. Obviously, we're still waiting on Buxton to be healthy, but we know that he's out for the season, so we don't have to really wait on him. That's why we made the trade for. What's his face? Smooth Jazz Chisholm, who had a pretty good debut episode. I think he went 3 for 4 with maybe an RBI or 2. He had a pretty good episode last episode. And we played the Minnesota Twins because we played Asa Lacy, our former pitcher. I do want to check something real quick. Mike Trout might go back-to-back in the MVPs. Carlos Rodon is looking like the Cy Young winner, but Brady Singer he's got a battle for it. It's just because Carlos Rodon has a better strikeout number and a better ERA. But I think Brady Singer's played better than, I don't know. Brady's got to have a really good end of the month. Trout is going to win the batting title most likely. Felix Bautista's most likely going to win the reliever of the year. But here we are. This is what matters. Eric Morales has a chance to go and win the rookie of the year, and that would make it back-to-back for the boys. Back-to-back rookies of the year. That would be absolutely awesome. And I just realized that I don't think, since we signed Jared Payton, that I don't think we've taken a look at what our overalls are going to be, or what our potentials are. So let's take a look. Let's open the episode with that. Let's take a closer look at our first pick in the MLB draft. He's, oh, that's right. I forgot about it. We didn't sign him. I forgot that we didn't sign Jared Payton. We did take a look at these guys because we know that there's 70 and 73 potential. I forgot about that. Okay, we didn't sign Jared Payton because he wasn't interested in us. I was trying my best, but he wasn't interested. I forgot about that. So now I wonder, I'm pretty sure I wondered this in the actual episode too. I wonder if he's going to be in free agency or if he's going to go back into the draft for this season, for this next year. I don't know. We'll have to wait and see next season if he's there in the draft or if he's in free agency. But we can't focus on our rookies or potential draft picks that we signed or didn't sign. We have to focus on the end of the month. Guardians, Royals. We're going to play game 1 because it's Logan Webb. But first, should we re-sign Brady Singer since he's having a great year? I think we should wait on Brady Singer till the postseason or till the end of the season just to see, because it will depend on if we give him more money or not if he wins the Cy Young. But I do think we should lock up Bobby Witt right now. He only wants a 2-year deal. We talked about this last episode. He wants a 2-year deal, but I think I can backload this and really make it worthwhile for us. So if we pay him $14.5 million over 2 seasons and we backload it for season 2, he will accept that contract, and that should mean that our budget is looking pretty nice for the next season, because what are we paying him in year number 1? We're paying him 3.3 this year. Then we pay him 13.4 in 2027 and 15.5 in 2028. I don't hate that. That's pretty fine with me. But we do have some interesting players up for new contracts that we also have to decide about. Jazz is going to be interesting. So is Freddie Peralta. I'm really happy about this Salvador Perez contract. Mainly because I don't think he's going to make it all the way to these end numbers here. But I'm really happy about it. I probably should have backloaded Juan Soto's contract too, now that I think about it. But we still got $18 million in budget. We're sitting pretty comfortably. We got to figure out what to do with Byron Buxton. I talked about last episode re-signing Jazz Chisholm just to be our center fielder from now on, and then moving on from Buxton. Because remember, we only brought him in to be a rental to win the World Series. We won the World Series. So now what do we do with him? He's 32. He's got an injury that could be career-ending. You never know. We're probably going to have to move on from that contract. But we're starting to build up a nice amount of hefty contracts here. And Garrett Crochet is going to jump up into the top half because he's going to make $7 million next year. So is MJ Melendez. We're going to figure out what to do with MJ because he's getting up there in age and he's a backup player at this point. So we're going to figure out what to do with a couple of these guys that are going to be making good amount of money who aren't going to really matter too much. But we're still sitting in a pretty good spot. Game 1 against the Guardians. Final series of the season against the Guardians. And we are going to rock with... We've rocked with the powder blues a lot. We've rocked with the black alternates a lot. Let's go with the 73 homes. We don't rock those very often. And what should the Guardians wear? They should wear... You know what? They should wear their 76 roads. I like that red uniform. It looks kind of cool. So we will go and rock these uniforms. Quick counts are on. Logan Webb is cold, but he's on the mound today. And we've got a little bit of a tired streak from a couple guys. We're going to bench Salvador today. Give him a little bit of a day off here at the final day of August 31st. So MJ will come in and play catcher. We could actually have Walter play catcher if we wanted to, but he'll stay at DH. Morales will stay at right field because we didn't play with him last episode, and he needs all the games he can so he can continue winning, continue his trek for the Rookie of the Year. Soto will play. Pasquantino can still play. De La Cruz can still play. We could jump in Brady House, I guess, or maybe Luis Arraez to give a little bit of a break to Ellie De La Cruz, but I think we're fine right now. The only guy that I would take out is Morales, but we need to keep him in. So I think we're good with the team we got. We're pretty familiar with this Guardians roster at this point. I mean, we played them a bunch last year, and we played them in the ALDS, so we pretty much know who's on this team. From what I can tell, it doesn't look like they changed too much in this fourth season, right? Yeah, fourth season. So let's get it. Let's hopefully start this series right and make it a 4-game lead over the Cleveland Guardians.
And welcome in, everybody. Glad you're with us. MLB The Show has action out of the AL Central. It's the Cleveland Guardians going up against the Kansas City Royals. John Shambi and Chris Singleton on the call. And this should be a great one, Chris. First place against second place, 2 teams right in the thick of the division race.
Absolutely, Boog. The race for this division is tight, and these 2 teams look like they're going to battle it out the rest of the season. Who's the best team? Is there a clear advantage between the 2? Well, the best way to find out is having them go head-to-head, and that's exactly what we get in this one.
Just about set to go. Starting on the mound in this one, Logan Webb. And for some reason, he's not quite as effective here in front of his home crowd, Chris.
Yeah, Boog, and the fans are well aware of that. For him, he's got to just not press and go out there and say, hey, I'm just treating this like any start. Home on the...
Here we go, ladies and gentlemen. It's time. Logan Webb on the mound. I think this is the first time I've played with Logan Webb. I don't think I've ever pitched with him. Andres Jimenez, I think he hit a home run against us in the ALDS, didn't he? I'm pretty sure he did. He's gotten career home run watch number 97, but he's not going to get one today as we deliver a very good strikeout pitch there. 2-1 to Ahmed Rosario. He's hitting 276 on the season. We're going to try to lower that today. Let's go with a slider here. And we also got to focus on Logan Webb getting out of a cold streak that he's in. We don't want him to be on a cold streak. We want him to start getting warmed up, getting a little hotter as we head to the postseason. Remember, we got this month, and that is it. Another strikeout back-to-back for Webb to start this ball game against the Guardians. Steven Kwan is one of those guys on the list that I have of guys that are just impossible for me to get out for some reason. And Steven Kwan is on that list, so hopefully that doesn't come into play today, as he will, yep, see, look at that. He just pops one right over Pasquantino's head into shallow right field. I mean, I don't know what to do with that. It's impossible to get him out for me. I don't know why he's so difficult to get out. I mean, he's a solid MLB player. He's a good contact guy. He gets on base easily. But I should be able to get him out. He's not that high of an overall. I just can never do it. There's just some people in MLB The Show that I just cannot get out. He's on that list. And it's usually not like the big, tough guys like Jose Ramirez. I can get out pretty decently easily, I would say. And guys like Aaron Judge and Bryce Harper and Juan Soto, if he's not on my team, and Fernando Tatis, and all these guys that are like really good, Ronald Acuna. Those guys I can get out fairly easily. It's the lesser guys that I can't get out consistently or even at all sometimes. Like there's a guy for the Mariners. Oh, Bo Bichette, you should have hit that for a home run. There's a guy for the Mariners. I forget his name. I think he's the center fielder for the Mariners. Oh, I can't remember his name. But he's on that list too because he's just impossible to get out for some reason. I don't know if he might not play for the Mariners anymore, but last season he was on the Mariners. I don't remember who it is though. If I think of it, I'll tell you. 1-2 to De La Cruz, who has a career high in RBIs with 68 this season. I think moving him up to the 2 spot was definitely beneficial to him because remember last season at the beginning he was hitting I think in the 5 hole, or he was hitting lower in the order at least, and then late in that season last year we moved him up to the 2 spot and he started to play a little bit better, and now all of this season he's been in the 2 spot, so I'm happy to see he's actually starting to get into a rhythm here. But speaking of getting into a rhythm, we can't get into one as we go 1-2-3 in the bottom of the first. Top of the second, Tyler Stevenson leads off, and he will lead off single into right field. So the only 2 hits of the day for the Guardians have gone into Eric Morales' territory. But they've both been uncatchable or whatever. Anthony Santander. Okay. We'll see what we can do with him. There's this weird, like, it's late in the afternoon, so there's the sun's starting to set a little bit here in Kansas City, and the lighting just makes it look weird. It's giving like a weird tint to the thing. That's double play. Yes, it is. Stevenson couldn't get there. It goes into the glove of Pasquantino. He tags Stevenson, and it's a quick double play. That's beautiful. Leading off the bottom of the second is Vinny Pasquantino with a full count, going down low. Probably should have held off on that and taken the walk, but you know how I be sometimes. Aaron Savali, I don't know if I even mentioned, Aaron Savali is on the mound for the Guardians. And Pasquantino cooks that to right field. Extra bases on tap. 23 speed should be enough to get to second base, and it is. And that's a leadoff double for Vinny Pasquantino. That's a big one. And now it's time for smooth jazz. Let's see if we can get a run in. Start this game with a nice RBI. Jazz into left field. That's not going to be deep enough. The left fielder giving chase, and he will easily bring it in. It's Steven Kwan. If Vinny was faster, I might have been able to send him there and get the third. But all right, here's the potential Rookie of the Year, the leading candidate. He's got to do it. We got to have back-to-back Rookies of the Year. That needs to be our MO. We need to be winning World Series and also winning Rookies of the Year. That shows you that we have both a good big league roster, obviously, and a good farm system because we're producing Rookies of the Year every single year. So that's what we want to do. Although technically we're not producing Eric Morales because we traded for him at the very beginning of the season. But I mean, hey, he's in a Royals uniform from day one, so I'd say that's producing him. He's putting up these Rookie of the Year numbers. He didn't put up for what other team he was on. He put them up for us. I'd say that's producing. And that's another strikeout. Logan Webb's got a ton of them early. He might have 4 or 5 already. I think 4. Maybe 5. I don't remember. Evan Carter, the 9-hitter for the Guardians. And it's 2-1. Fastball down low. Can Soto make it? Probably not. Maybe. Juan Soto almost got there. Almost got there. The sinker down low goes right to second base. De La Cruz fields. And he's got himself the second out. And now it's Jimenez up. He's got a full count to him. Logan Webb already up to 48, about to be 49 pitches. And we're in the 3rd inning. We're going to have to keep an eye on that. Let's see if we can go with a sinker. And he got him on the sinker. Strike 3. Jimenez goes down. End of the 3rd. Logan Webb is impressing me. Very impressed through 3 innings of Logan Webb's work. Down low for MJ Melendez. Strike 3. That was a good pitch. They know I'm going to chase that. They know I'm going to chase that. Why is Bobby Witt hitting the 9 spot? Is he always hitting the 9 spot? Or am I just forgetting? I think he does. Yeah, he does. I don't know what I'm saying. I thought that for some reason he was hitting the 1 spot, but that's Bo Bichette. Or not Bo Bichette. Who is that? Who's our leadoff man? Is it Bo? I think it's Bo. I've forgotten already. It hasn't been that long since I recorded the last episode, and I already forgot. That's a bad swing by me. Man, I am struggling here at the bottom of the 3rd. It is Bo who leads off. I don't know why I thought Bobby Witt wasn't hitting the 9 spot. He's our second leadoff man. I am stupado. Is that going to stay fair? Oh. It had a good shot to be a home run, but just hooked foul at the last second. That's one thing I have not done in a while, is hit a home run. That's a bad swing as well. That's a lot of bad swings in that half inning. I just haven't been able to hit home runs recently. We've been able to score a lot of runs just like traditional RBIs, like getting doubles, getting singles, stuff like that, hitting in the outfield, but not really any big shots over the wall in a while, at least. That's another leadoff single. Ahmed Rosario gets into right field. It seems like the Guardians can only hit to right field. I don't know what that's about. Steal situation for Rosario on first. Quan at the plate. He fouls out the fastball. We'll give him a sinker. Rosario stays. It's going to be popped into left field, but Soto's going to be there to make the play. Finally get Steven Kwan out. That feels good. That feels good to get him out. And now J-Ram up 3-1. And he will send that first pitch foul. 3-2. Give a sinker. Hardly know her. Ooh, he was late on that. I thought he was going to miss it. Change-up time, and the change-up, he gets contact on it again somehow. Not sure. We'll go up high with the fastball, a little stinky cheese action, and he gets contact with it again. Jose Ramirez is battling. And Jose Ramirez wins the battle. Deep right field. Morales goes up to the wall, can't bring it in. It's a 2-run shot to right field for Jose Ramirez. Guardians lead 2-0 in the 4th. Man, I didn't know what else to pitch. I didn't know what else to throw. He just kept battling, and he won. That's what a good hitter does, and Jose Ramirez is certainly a good hitter. Stevenson grounds out to get a bounce back out after the home run. That's upsetting. That's really upsetting, the 2-run shot. De La Cruz makes a good athletic play, throws it out, but they did the damage. They did the damage. Jose Ramirez, he hasn't really hurt us in any time we've played the Guardians. Not really. Not as much as you would think or expect. But he does really well there. Getting the guard on the board first. De La Cruz will lead off for us. I am going to warm up Dylan Coleman. We can't obviously use Yuri Perez because he's injured. This would be the spot to use Yuri Perez. But we're not going to use him because we can't. And De La Cruz will lead off with a single, and you know what that means. That means stolen base for Ellie De La Cruz. Good job. Now let's see. 2-1 count, so it's not in threat of a strikeout here. We're going to try to steal a base with De La Cruz. Right down the... Actually, that was a pretty decent pitch. And De La Cruz easily steals second. No worry about that. He didn't even get that great of a jump, really. Did not really even get that great of a jump. That was a decent pitch. I could have went down for that. But now we got nobody out and a runner on second for Soto. We're in a much better spot as Juan Soto just can't get lucky with the hits. I don't know what it is with Juan Soto, but I just can't hit with him right now. There's been like 3 or 4 episodes in a row where I just have not been able to hit at all with him. I think even one episode I went 0 for 4 with him. One of our best hitters I just can't do anything with. And Pasquantino, he grounds out. So now the dude on second base, De La Cruz, I feel like we've wasted it. I feel like we've wasted this no outs, runner on second thing. And Jazz will get hit for the second time in a video, or in 2 videos. That one in the elbow. Last time he got hit in like the back. Or the hip. Hip? I don't know why they're trying to they're trying to hurt and injure our backup center fielder, our replacement second center fielder. They must really want me to play the rookie Greg Quintana. I shouldn't have swung at that. That was a bad idea. But we're going to send De La Cruz home because I was hoping Morales would beat the throw and he wouldn't be able to get there. Ah, that's upsetting. I'm going to let Logan Webb go into the 5th because I don't want to take my starting pitcher out after 4 innings. De La Cruz fields that. Josh Rojas out for the first one. Bobby Dahlbeck. 1-1. That one's rocketed into center field. Chisholm's right there on the 1-hop. He hit that one with force. 1 out, 1 on. Evan Carter, hardly know her. Oh, Bo Bichette, that's going to be a tough one to get to. But he does get it. Good job, Bo. Bo knows. 2 down in the inning for Andres Jimenez. 0 for 2. And that's going to be past Bobby Witt into left field. Soto giving chase. Do not let him get an RBI here. Get it in. They're going to go home. Bo Bichette throws home. He's safe. And it's 3-0 Guardians. Andres Jimenez RBI double. This is unbelievable. I cannot believe the turnaround the Guardians have had here. We shut them down for like 3 innings. But then the 4th and now the 5th, they have absolutely been the better team. 88 speed, does not beat the throw, just barely got him. But it doesn't matter because Jimenez got the drive in. And now I think that Logan Webb's day is done. Unfortunate, because I feel like he didn't play overly bad, but he just allowed 3 runs that we just can't have. Especially when the bats are not really waking up here. We've gotten a few hits and we've been around, but the bats are not necessarily alive today. Walter gets a nice one into right center. Leadoff single for him. This needs to be the inning. This needs to be the inning where we get back on the winning track. We get on the board and we dominate. MJ Melendez and then we got Bobby Witt. Come on, MJ. Do something for me. MJ Melendez into right field, but it's got way too much carry underneath it. It will fall into the glove. It won't fall into the glove. It's an automatic double. Anthony Santander can't do it. I don't know how that happened, and he didn't make that play, but it worked for us. And now we got runners on 3rd and 2nd with Bobby Witt up and nobody out. Bobby Witt not taking at that, but that's a strike 2. I'm not quite sure how Santander did not make the play there. I'm glad it went over the wall because I would have been screwed. First round pick in 2019, Bobby Witt, and he's about to get a big contract, or he just got a big contract, 2-year extension. But we backloaded it because we're smart. Full count to Bobby, nobody out. Come on, Bobby. Oh, Bobby. You gotta deliver. You gotta deliver. Bobby Witt delivers. I'm sending 64 speed. MJ Melendez home as well. It's a base clearing double. Nope. Base clearing single. 2 RBIs. And we're on the board down by 1. Good job, Bobby. He did deliver. That's why he's a 95 overall. He has delivered. 2-1 to Bo Bichette. And Bo into right field. He's got himself a single. I'm sending Bobby to 3rd. He's got 99 speed. And he's going to be on there. Runners on the corners, nobody out. This is the rally in Royals that we expect. Let's go. De La Cruz up. Still nobody out. Super fast Bobby Witt on 3rd. And De La Cruz into the outfield. That'll score Bobby. That will score Bobby Witt. They're going to throw to second and get Bo Bichette out, but it's a bad throw, so Bo Bichette will be safe. And we've tied it in the 5th. De La Cruz sack fly, and they pull Aaron Savale. They bring in the former Tampa Bay Ray, Jeffrey Springs. What an inning. What a half inning for us. I told you, this needed to be the inning where we get back in the thick of things. Into the thick of it? Into the thick of it? We needed to get right back into it, and the bats have come alive here in the bottom of the 5th. And Juan Soto will deliver another RBI. That might be 2 if it's a home run. It won't be, but it's an RBI double for Juan Soto, and we've got ourselves the lead. Let's go! A crispy hit for Juan Soto. Boom! I was hoping it'd be a home run. I was hoping it would be a home run. It unfortunately was not. But an RBI double is pretty good as well. I thought maybe it would carry over. It dies last second. And I wish Juan Soto was a little faster because that could have been a triple. That certainly could have been a triple. Let me get a little bit of close-up action on this celly that Mr. Soto's got. Oh, look at that. We could frame it right in front of the background thing. That's pretty funny. I like that. That might be the thumbnail. Da 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 da. Juan Soto. And then we'll get like a above angle of him too. One of these is gonna be the thumbnail. You don't know which until you obviously see the video. All right, bottom 5, 1 out, runner on second. We got a 4-3 lead, and Vinny's up to the plate. And Vinny, I thought that was gonna travel further than it did. That looked like it was gonna pop into center field. It did not. 2 down for Smooth. All right, full count. He got hit his last time up. But he will deliver an RBI and at least a double, maybe a triple if he gets on his horse. Unhook the plow. Jazz Chisholm. I'm not going to send him. Not going to send him, but they might get me out here. Ooh, that was close. They played that really well. Jazz took a little bit of too much of a curve around second there. But it's 5-3. We have exploded on the Guardians for 5 runs. And Eric Morales, oh my God, that could be 7. Oh, it's just off the wall. The Rookie of the Year candidate, at least, gives us 6. This is what I'm talking about, boys. This is what I'm talking about. The guard can't handle us. And I think we've batted around, right? Walter was the leadoff man in this inning. And he's going to get himself an RBI. Morales will come home. It's 7-3. This is Royals baseball. Let's go. And they bring in another relief pitcher. Jeffrey Springs could not do it. So they bring in Sam Henches. I don't know how to pronounce his last name, but he comes in to try to get 1 out. Can he do it? We have absolutely torn apart this game here in the bottom of the 5th. This is what we do. We struggle for a few innings. We look like we're just sleepwalking through a game. And then we just wake up and absolutely dominate. We look like we forget how to play baseball, and then we wake up and we remember that we are the World Series champions, and we are the best team in baseball. I shouldn't have swung at that, but hey, 7 runs in 1 inning is exactly the kind of motivation, exactly the kind of momentum shift we needed. And that'll get, as long as things stand, Logan Webb will get the win because he was the pitcher when we got the lead. So as long as Dylan Coleman can hold it down here in the 6th and maybe the 7th, depending on how good the 6th goes. As long as he can hold it down, Logan Webb will pretty much get bailed out of a loss, you could say. I haven't pitched with Dylan Coleman in a while, so I'm hoping he can get Steven Kwan and Jose Ramirez out. It's a tough ask, but I like Dylan Coleman's speed on his pitches. 99 on the gun. Makes Steven Kwan swing right through it. And now it's Jose Ramirez who has the 2-run homer. Ooh, but he stares at a fastball. And we'll go with a little 2-seamer here. A little bit of off speed, but still 99 on the gun. He fouls it off. Jose Ramirez battled for like 9 pitches last at bat on his home run, but he stares at a slider, excuse me, for strike 3, froze him right there, and now it's Tyler Stevenson. Fastball, strike 3. No, it's going to be into center field, but Jazz, even though he's playing a little bit back, makes the play, and that's a quick end of the 6th. I like that. Like that a lot. And now we go into the bottom half with Bobby Witt leading off. Our second leadoff man. He got himself an RBI. He was a part of that huge half inning there. He's played his entire career here in Kansas City, and he will probably play the rest of his career here in Kansas City. He leads off the bottom of the sixth with a single. And I would steal with Bobby, but only 60 steal in a lefty pitcher is probably not a good combination, even though he does have 90 speed. So I'm going to hold off on the steal situation. If he was a righty, I'd feel a little bit more confident. Still not great, but having him be a lefty makes it a little bit more difficult. I wish Bobby had more steal, and I should have swung. I thought that was going to drop. The way it was curving, I thought it was going to just dip right into the ground. Yep. But it was really good, really well placed, and it falls right into the strike zone for strike 3. De La Cruz right back up the middle. That's going to have runners on second and first, and these are the two most dangerous runners on this team. You do not want them on base at the same time. The two most dangerous runners, and Juan Soto look how far he had to go down into the zone to get that double. It could have been a home run. It wasn't. It was a double. And Soto got jammed again. Good timing, but just jammed. Top inside of the zone. 2 down in the inning, but that means Vinny Pasquantino will step up. What can Vinny do? He struggled today. 1 for 3. But all he needs is something in the outfield. Anything decently deep in the outfield certainly scores Bobby Witt, but might even score De La Cruz if he gets on his horse, and that's exactly what's going to happen. Maybe not. I'm going to send Bobby Witt home. It's going to be 8-3, and De La Cruz easily slides into third. It's a RBI single for Vinny. Exactly what we needed, and now Smooth Jazz steps up. And what can Jazz do? Jazz, back up the middle, it's 9. The Royals are here. We have arrived in this game, and we just need to play this good in simulation the rest half of the episode, and we can absolutely dominate. Eric Morales got himself an RBI last at-bat. He sent that into left center, I think. And this time, he's going to send it into straight center. I'm sending Vinny home. I know he's got 23 speed, but it's not a great throw. Vinny stands up. It's 10-3. I'm loving it. Ba-da-ba-ba-ba. They pull another pitcher, Nick Sandlin. They are going through the trenches here in game 1 of this series against us. I barely poked that one. That's my bad, Walter. I apologize. Shouldn't have swung at that. That was super out of the zone. Kind of ruined the momentum there. I know the pitcher's getting tired, but I think he can get us. I think he can get us to the 8th. I really do. I'm gonna let Coleman go. I mean, we have a 10-3 lead. I'm gonna give Coleman a little bit of a longer leash, and we're gonna let him ride. Santander's up. He's a nice power hitter. Kind of an underrated power hitter. You wouldn't necessarily think of him in the top of your head, but he's a good power hitter. Can hit a lot of home runs. And he's battling here against a tired relief pitcher. Oh, how did he make contact with that 2-seamer? Straight fastball. He fouls it off again. You got to be kidding me, bro. Stop swinging. Or swing and miss. Oh, my God. He's continuing. I'm throwing him stinky cheese. Up in the zone. Try to pinch him here. How? How did he get that? He was jammed. It was strawberry jam. And, of course, he walks. You got to be kidding me. How in the world did he battle to a walk there? Unreal. 2-2 to Josh Rojas, who's not had a very good day today, and he will continue to have a bad day. Strike 3, first out. Bobby Dahlbeck, he steps up with a runner on, and he will send that to right field. Morales got a bad jump on it. Morales, what are you doing? I know you're a rookie, but that was a horrible read on the ball. He bounces off the wall. That's going to be an RBI triple for Bobby Dahlbeck. I don't know what Eric Morales was doing there. He stood there for like 3 seconds waiting to see what curve the ball was going to take. You got to just go. You got to absolutely go. They don't give me the benefit of the doubt there. And this might be Dylan Coleman's last hitter. It's going to be another RBI, but it'll be an out at least. That's good. All right, so I'll take that. We're going to let him take on Andres Jimenez. If Andres gets on base here, I was going to say it'd be the last hitter for Coleman. It'll be the last hitter for Coleman anyway, but he does allow us to get to the 8th. I'm still upset with frickin' Morales there. You got to go for it, man. You can't just wait for it too long. You just got to go. I know you're a rookie and everything, but just go after it. You would have had it if you would have made your decision a little quicker. Instead, he allowed it to be a triple for Bobby Dahlbeck, of all people. Bottom 7, it's now 10-5. Luckily, we've added a few runs, so we've made it even bigger of a lead before they clawed back to 5. So I still feel pretty confident we can hold on to this game, but that would be such a juice way to lose, wouldn't it? We have a 10-3 lead in like the 6th inning, and then all of a sudden we lose. That would be such a juice baseball way to lose. 2-1 to Bo Bichette, and Bo's going to go down in the zone. Sends that to deep center field, but not deep enough. The 3rd out, and we go top 8. We do want to bring in Garrett Crochet. I enjoy Garrett Crochet. I think he's a good pitcher, and we're going to see if we can work this to the 9th. Unlucky call there. It's 2-1. Ahmed Rosario at the plate to lead off the 8th for the Guardians. He's got a 2-2 count. We're going to give him the circle change. Circle change worked pretty well last episode, and it continues as Ahmed Rosario went around enough to get called strike 3. The 2, 3, and 4 hitters for the Guardians are pretty scary. 3 being Stephen Kwan, but luckily he's a lefty, so we're going to give him the slider to the right. See if he chases it. He does! Strike 3. 2 down in the inning. Beautifully done. And now it's Jose Ramirez. Unfortunately, he's a switch hitter. He fouls that off to right field. Souvenir for one of the fans. 2-2. Here comes the circle. And it is into right field. Base hit. Unfortunate. Unfortunato. Tyler Stevenson's up. 1 for 3. Fastball right past him. Strike 2. Circle change. Oh, Vinny gave a good effort. Luckily, it curved foul. That was an amazing Superman-type effort for Vinny Pasquantino. Strike 3 on the bottom corner. Let's go. Garrett Crochet gets us to the 9th. Absolutely amazing. Camilo Duvall is shot. He must have just pitched last game because he is shot. So we'll have to go Jordan Romano. Luckily, it's not necessarily a save situation because it's a 5-run lead, so we don't need Camilo Duvall. I was just going to pitch him so that he wasn't rusty, but I guess he just pitched last episode. Or last game. 3-1 to De La Cruz. He doesn't have the green light here. Red light all the way, and it works. Eli Morgan comes in relief and immediately walks the leadoff man, and this is the situation. 1-1, absolute steal sign. Everyone in the Guardians should know it. It's not going to matter. De La Cruz is one of the fastest players in baseball. He easily steals second. Unfortunately, it was strike 2 for Juan Soto, but that doesn't mean anything if we can get another RBI. Soto down low. Oh, my good baby Jesus. How did I not hit that for a home run? Still 1-2. Eli Morgan with the delivery. Down low. Soto delivers it into second base. He'll move De La Cruz to third. So he does a job. And he leaves it for Vinny, who's had a good bounce back after starting a little slow. He's gotten an RBI, had a double. He's got another RBI as he puts that into the corner in right field. I'm going to send Vinny to second. Get on your horse, Vinny. Unhook the plow. He does it. If that would have been a better throw, he would have been out by a mile. But it's another double for Vinny Pasquantino, and Smooth Jazz is up. All right, Smooth. Oh my God, I was early. Oh my God, I apologize to everyone watching. That should have been absolute moonshot. I was so ready for it that I was too ready for it, and I was early. Ooh, that's got the center fielder backpedaling, going back. It is in the glove. I'm going to send Vinny to third. Why not? Vinny will make it. And it's Eric Morales, a single and 2 RBIs for the potential Rookie of the Year. Let's see if we can continue it. Continue his hot start. Beat it. 81 speed. Beat there, Eric. No. Couldn't get there. It's 11-5. The boys are back. And we are going to put Jordan Romano in to shut the door on the Guard here in Game 1 of the final series against them. I'm really, really happy we exploded in the 6th. That's strike. Oh, no? I thought that was strike 3. Or maybe he only had a 1. Did he only have a 1-1? No, because he fouled off the last one, so it had to have been strike 3. So he must have got contact with that. And that is strike 3, though. Santander goes down. And now it's Josh Rojas. That's into center or left field over the shortstop's head. 1-out single for Rojas. Trying to keep this Guardians game alive. Full count to Dahlbeck. Strike 3. Could not handle the two-seamer. A little bit too much movement on it. And it's Evan Carter to keep the Guardians alive in this one. Runner goes. Pop fly to right field. The Rookie of the Year will take it. Ball game. Royals win 11-5. Take game 1 against the Guardians. Absolutely massive win. We now have a 4-game lead over them. And we need to win these last 2. Make sure we have a 6-game lead to start the month of September. We also need to do September call-ups at the end of this episode as well. Logan Webb gets credit for the win because he was the pitcher when we exploded on for 7 runs in 1 inning. I'll take it. Pasquantino gets player of the game with 2 doubles and 2 RBIs. Well-deserved. What a good game. What a 5th inning. 7 runs. That's exactly what we needed. We needed to get back into swing of things, and we did. We scored 11 runs in back-to-back games, too. That's pretty good. And, yeah, Camilo must have came in and saved that game. So now it's Joe Ryan and Brady Singer to close out the series against the Guardians. But it is September now, so we have to do September call-ups. We got 2 spots available. Considering we've been hit by the injury bug slightly, I'm not sure where to go. I'm thinking we probably... Herbert Don. I bet Herbert Don makes it up to the big leagues in the spring training. I'm sure he's going to get an invite. Acuna's already up. Austin Charles. Does he need to get... who do I want up? Do we want Elijah Green up? Can we trust Elijah Green? Do we want George Cruz up? I probably want at least a pitcher up. Maybe a bullpen arm. Maybe like Josh Stalmett. He's got 3 options. I'm going to call up Josh Stalmett just so we can have another guy in the bullpen. I know Yuri Perez is injured, but we do need to have another guy in the bullpen. So Josh Stalmett will come in or come back up. And then who else is going to come off the bench? We already have Sal Frelick up here. Drew Lloyd's not going to get called up. It could be Elijah Green or it could be Pete Crow. Quintana's already up. I guess it could be Zach Veen. You know what? Let's give Zach Veen another shot. Zach Veen will get called up. We're still going to play Morales in right field, but Zach Veen will get called up. And now we have ourselves... Let me just make sure they didn't change anything. Yeah, okay. So now we have ourselves 2 more games against the Guardians. Game 2 against Eric Lauer. Joe Ryan on the mound. It's a loss. It's a brutal loss, 5-1. It's a 3-game lead. Brady Singer, possible Cy Young candidate. Lost. No. What happened? Brady Singer drops to 3rd in the Cy Young voting. Oh, no. We lost those 2 games against the Guardians. That's huge. 4-game set against the Mariners. We take 2 of 4. That's not good because they're a half a game up. Oh my God, it's getting crazy here in September. 3-game set against the Rockies. We get almost swept. The Guardians have taken the lead. A half a game. What is happening in the month of September? Why are we choking here? Roki Sasaki's had a really bad season, and it's getting worse. Why are we choking? Come on, boys. Figure it the F out. Angels take 2 of 3. We're tied. Oh my God, it's getting crazy in crunch time, boys. We have to sweep the White Sox. The White Sox are bad. We have to sweep them. We get almost swept. Buxton's still injured. We're 2 games back. Oh my God. Buxton is still out. I can't believe it. We're 2 games back of the Guardians. Why are we sucking against these teams? Romano lost both of those games. Come on, boys. We got to win the division. Yankees. We take 3 of 4 against New York. We're a game and a half back because the Guardians won as well. Who do the Guardians play? The Guardians will play the Rangers, who are really good, and the Padres, who are even better. So they've got a tough final couple games. We've got the Pirates, who are garbage, and the Twins, who are garbage. We have the better schedule. We have to win these last games. We have to win. We certainly have to sweep the Pirates. They are absolute trash. Walter injured his groin. Keith Dell's out for 2 to 3 months. And we split 1-1. That is not what we needed to do. 2 games back of the guard. We are going to lose. The Guardians, they really went to, like the Houston or the Texas Rangers came up and lost 2 of 3? Really? We have to hope that the Guardians get swept by the Padres and we sweep the Twins, or we're playing wild card baseball. We both have clinched a playoff appearance, which is exactly what we expected. But it's just a matter of who's going to be the wild card team and who's going to be the division winner. Either we win the division or the Guardians do. 3 games to decide it. Game 1, Brady Singer on the mound against Simeon Woods Richardson is a win. The Guardians lost. Game 2, Roki Sasaki against Cal Quantrill is a win. We are a game back because I think they won. They did. Oh my good gracious. Yoshinobu Yamamoto's on the mound for the Minnesota Twins. Freddie Peralta's on the mound for us. We are a game back. We need the Guardians to lose against the Padres in the final game of the season. I didn't expect it to be this dramatic. We really sucked in September. We really sucked. Oh, baby. This is dramatic. Freddie Peralta on the mound. Come on, boys. We need something here. We got to run in the 3rd. They got to run back in the 4th. Peralta, please. I think I'm going to take Peralta out here. We're going to bring in Genesis Cabrera. Okay. Bottom 7. Can I even trust Jordan Romano? I don't know. Garrett Crochet. We got a bunch of hits, but we didn't get any runs there. They got another run. This is bad. We got to enter this game, boys. They bring in their closer, Yohan Duran, and we are 3 outs away from being a wild card team. Although the Guardians might have already won. If the Guardians won, it doesn't matter what happens because they had the game lead anyway. And that's not a good start. I can't really see the baseball the way that the sun is making these shadows. It's hard to see the baseball, but we've got to do something here. Morales in the right field. What a play by the first baseman. And we're down to our final out of the season. If MJ can't hit a home run here, it's wild card playoffs for the Royals. Fouls off. Come on, boys. We got to deliver. We're the rallying Royals for a reason. Down low. Into right field. The second baseman. No! Twins win. And the Kansas City Royals will play wild card baseball for the first time in the series. Wow. We sucked in the month of September. We absolutely choked. We absolutely choked. The Guardians even freaking lost. They lost to the Padres. All we had to do was win. The Royals have finished 94-68. We made the postseason as a wild card team, and we're taking on the freaking Yankees. Of course, we're taking on the Yankees. All right, let's go through the awards, league leaders, and stats to end the episode. I cannot believe that we've got to be in the freaking... Oh, my God. Whatever. Whatever, dog. Although, the Guardians are the 3 seed, and they're the first wild card team. So, we probably would have been playing wild card baseball regardless. I guess that makes us feel a little bit better, but we still deserve to win that division. We sucked in the month of August, or the month of September. Let's take a look at these league leaders and all the awards and stuff. I'm going to go through them pretty quickly. As always, if you guys want to pause to take a look at the top 8, you can certainly do that. But I don't know how confident I am going into next episode against the Yankees of all teams, because we have how we played in the last couple months. I mean, I just don't know. I don't trust it. The team sucked for some reason. We're not a bad baseball team, and yet we just kept losing games to teams we should not have lost to. I don't understand what it was. I mean, we took 1 of 2 against the Pirates, who had 60-something wins? Are you serious? Awards, Mike Trout wins the MVP. Carlos Rodon takes the Cy Young. Yeah, Brady Singer kind of dropped out heavily in the end of the season. Alec Boehm takes the batting title. Reliever of the year goes to Felix Bautista. Eric Morales lost the Rookie of the Year to Brock Jones. I can't believe my eyes. He's not the defending Rookie of the Year. We don't have back-to-back Rookies of the Year. Oh, that's depressing. Mike Trout, Hank Aaron. Did Mike Trout get the... Oh, I was going to say Alec Boehm got the batting title. I thought he won the Triple Crown for a second. Tyler Anderson, Gold Glove. Rushman, Buddy Kennedy. De La Cruz gets Gold Glove third base. That's his first one. Ke'Bryan Hayes took the last 2. Correa. So we only got 1 award right now. Silver Slugger DH. We get Silver Slugger catcher. 3rd straight year for Salvador Perez. Good for him. And then Bo Bichette gets Silver Slugger shortstop. And that is all of our awards. But it only matters for the postseason. All we got to do is win the World Series. We're the defending champs. We certainly should be able to. But now we got to go the longest trek. Now we have to go the longest way. From wild card to ALDS to ALCS. Oh, why did we have to be so bad at the end of the season? Why? Who's taken out here? Oh, where's Morales? Morales didn't make the postseason roster? I hate this game. Why would Eric Morales not be on the postseason roster? Why is Dylan Lesko and Galvin Williams on the postseason roster? What are we doing? He cannot be removed because I have to add people. Yuri Perez, I wanted on the postseason roster. That's the reason he was up there. Remove. Some of the decisions they make are crazy. Yes, these 2 guys should be up there. Walter, why is Walter not up here? Are you giving me... You having a laugh right now? Herbert Don, Brady House probably should be up there since he was on our team. Bo Bichette, Bobby Witts, Sal Frelick, they moved down. Why are all the center fielders up here? Remove Quintana. Actually, keep Quintana. Remove Elijah Green. Remove Pete Crow. And then put up Eric Morales, of course. So we have 1 extra guy up there. We need to take down Gavin Williams. Oh, I don't know why he got called up. All right, perfect. That should be the team that I wanted. I don't notice anybody else that should be up there who's not, except for maybe Sal Frelick, but I don't really want to take down anybody else. So we've got the playoff roster that I like now, and we need to have Walter back at DH, and we need to have Morales back at right field. I hate when they switch my stuff. I hate it. All right, Morales go in. Morales again, Walter at DH, and then Morales at right field. Perfect. Okay. How's the pitch rotation look? Sasaki. I don't know if I want Sasaki at the number 1 spot. I probably would prefer, I don't know, maybe Singer or Peralta, somebody who had a better season, because Sasaki just kind of sucked this year. He had such a good year last year. Such a good year, but he sucked really down the stretch. I think I'm going to have Singer take the mound in game 1. Then we're going to have Logan Webb take game 2. 3 would be Peralta, then Joe Ryan, then Sasaki. I'm fine with that. All right. I know it's only 2 games against it's 3 games against the Yankees, but all we got to do is win 2. And if you're not familiar with how the postseason works in the Royal Series, we play 1 series per episode. So wild card, all 3 games will be in the 1 episode. If we go 3, cool. If we go 2 and win, cool. If we go 2 and lose, that's just what happens. That's baseball. But then next episode after that will be the ALDS, all of that, however many games it is. Then obviously the ALCS if we win that, and then obviously the World Series. But if we go to a Game 7 in the World Series, it'll be its own separate video. So we do series by series, episode by episode. So that's how we do it for the postseason here. I know it's a little bit different than the Mets series, but it's just we want to focus a little bit more on each playoff series here. Let's take a look at the stats. to end the season, to end the episode. Bo Bichette, 38 home runs, 104 RBIs. I'm saying he was worth the money that we gave him. He was a really good player for us. Good defensively, good as a leadoff man. Well worth the contract. Certainly worth the money we paid him. I like it. De La Cruz had a much better season. He really started to find his groove here. 27 home runs, 86 RBIs. I hope this is more to come as he starts to develop. 274 average, 325 OBP. Really good season. I just wish that the CPU simulation stats would give him more stolen bases. There's no way that Elliot Cruz would have 20 stolen bases through a whole season. But whatever. Juan Soto kind of struggled, if we're being totally honest. 22 home runs, 88 RBIs. I mean, under 100 RBIs is kind of crazy for Juan. I mean, yeah, he had the 2022 season where he had 62, but Juan Soto should have in the 30s and over 100 RBIs. That's just who he is. But he kind of had a down season. I still think he's an unbelievable player, but a little bit of a down season. Vinny, I think he won the Silver Slugger for first base this season again. He's a good player. He is getting a little bit older at 28 years old, but we'll keep him around, see what he does. Not as many home runs this season, but still was productive at the plate and was good defensively as well. So, good player. Jazz Chisholm, we didn't get to see much of him, but what we saw, I liked. He was a good player for us. Good at the plate. Took a lot of took a lot of balls to the body. Got hit a lot, but also got on base. And that's what all you can ask for, really. Eric Morales, robbed of his Rookie of the Year because he kind of struggled down the stretch. 15 home runs, 54 RBIs, 251 average. He'll come back and get even better. He's got so much potential. He's going to be so good in the near future. We just have to hopefully ride it out with him. And then the Walter man, 19 home runs, 61 RBIs. I'm still waiting on getting that first home run in an actual game with Walter. I wish he would go up to B potential. I know it's possible. Maybe he has to have even better of a season. I don't know. But he had a good batting average, good enough batting average, I guess. Good slugging. A decent WAR, or okay WAR. And then Salvador, the veteran. Little bit of a down season, but he's getting older. That's what you would expect. Certainly getting older. We gave him that contract extension, but we're not paying him a lot of money. And I would even predict he'd retire after this year. And then Bobby Witt. Bobby Witt had a very good season. Only getting better. He's up to a 96 overall now. He is the best player on this team, and with good reason. He's a stud. Unbelievably good. And just getting better. And then on the bench, Luis Ariz only played in 45 games. He did hit a home run, though. 20 RBIs, 309 average. That's what you expect from Luis Ariz. And then you got MJ Melendez, who played a little bit more later in the season. But I would say MJ Melendez is a possible trade candidate for either the offseason or at the trade deadline next year. I wouldn't put it past me to trade him. Brady House played in 5 games. He had a home run. He had a home run in both seasons that he's been up here, and he didn't even play that many games. That's pretty impressive. Greg Quintana played in 46 games, 3 home runs, 12 RBIs. Good potential, nice and young. He should be a good piece to the puzzle. If we can have Quintana and Morales both develop, we've got our outfield for the future. Because Morales is, 18? Quintana's 19? I mean, we got our outfield if they develop. And then obviously we have Soto, but we'll have to figure out somebody to play in left field. I mean, we could play Brady House, right? No. We can play... who can we play in left field? Somebody. We'll find somebody else. we got Sal Frelick, I guess. Then we got Zach Veen, who didn't play much. And that's the starting lineup for the boys and the bench. And then Brady Singer. He was in Cy Young contention all season until the very end, where everybody struggled for some reason. I hate it. I don't like it. But it happened. He had a 1.17 whip. His ERA climbed up to almost 4, basically 4. And he struggled down the stretch, but so did everybody else. Logan Webb, 18-8. He was a good addition in the offseason. We'll see how he does in the postseason. Freddie Peralta, 11-9. 193 strikeouts, 325 average. Certainly not as good as he did in Milwaukee, but whatever. Whatever. He did okay. And then Joe Ryan, somebody we got at the trade deadline to replace Yuri Perez and Asa Lacy, basically. 14-12. So I'm glad that he didn't produce like he did the year previously. He had a really good second half of the year. I'm glad we made the trade for him. And then Roki Sasaki, what are you doing, my guy? Come on. It's your 4th season in the big leagues. 10-14 with a 3.56, and you suck down the stretch. What are we doing here, Roki? You're supposed to be our ace. Don't know. Yuri Perez. I don't know what to do with Yuri, but he's 5-4. 6.06 ERA is way too high. Dylan Coleman did good enough. 8-2 actually, got a lot of wins. He had 2 blown saves though. Oops. And he had a 4.18 ERA, a 1.39 WHIP, 0.7 WAR. Genesis Cabrera 9-2. I like how my relief pitchers are getting all these wins. It probably says something about our starting pitching rotation that our relief pitchers are getting this many wins and losses, but whatever. Josh Stalmont, he just came back up. He pitched in 11 games. He had 4.05 ERA. A little bit of a struggle, but there's a reason he was down in AAA anyway. And then you got Jordan Romano, who I don't know if I can trust at this point. He kind of sucked at the end. He lost those 2 straight games where he came in relief. He's got a 4.56. I want this Jordan Romano. I want the Jordan Romano that had a 1.87. That's the Jordan Romano I want. Garrett Crochet, 5-3, 4 saves, 16 holds, 4.29 ERA. Little bit of a struggle, but he did okay. And then we got Camilo Duvall, who had 35 saves, so a little bit down from his production the past 2 years. He did have 9 blown saves, though. And a 5.56 ERA. Why is Camilo getting beat up so much? Why is he getting... He had 35 earned runs as a closing pitcher? What is going on, Camilo? You're supposed to be our guy. Those are the stats. Next episode will be the wild card against the Yankees. I trust this team to an extent. I think we're good enough to win the World Series again. We just got to have luck on our side. We didn't have it in simulation, that's for sure. I hope it changes for the postseason. But that's going to do it for the episode. Hope you guys enjoyed. If you did, leave it a like, subscribe to the channel, join the Juice Cup. Thank you so much for stopping by and watching. I appreciate it, and I'll catch you guys in the next one. Peace.